Hi champs. Okay, so if you watched my previous video, thank you. Welcome to my channel. My name is Frances Okiki. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. So I'm going to be continuing my series about abuse in Nigeria. My last video was on sexual abuse in Nigeria, and I'm sure a lot of you have questions. Okay, yeah, you've stated the problems. What then are the solutions to sexual abuse in Nigeria? So what can we do? I'm going to start by saying this, that my topic today is how to prevent and deal with sexual abuse in Nigeria. Yes, you heard me right. First off, I'm going to say, unfortunately, we live in a society where women are treated as second-class citizens thanks to culture, religion. Some say it's African culture. It's the man is the head, women are most times treated as objects. Or it was worse in the past, but it's getting better, but it still is. Some men, thanks to upbringing, culture, religion, men around them see women as objects, sexual objects, or objects for pleasure. Even though they went to school with men, from primary to university, even some did master's, PhD with women, they just say that once you get married, or even when you're not married, women are meant to be under a man, you get. And you're like, come on, men don't see women as objects. Well, one time, because there's this blog I go to, Stella Democococus, I like her blog. I most times go to the comments, not even to the main articles themselves. And some lady, there's this part called Chronicle of a Blog Visitor's Narrative. And some lady was talking about how she caught her husband using her 3-month-old baby girl as a sex doll. How do I mean? He was inserting his penis. He was using his baby to give himself a blowjob. Like, he was inserting his penis into his baby's mouth and using her as a doll for a blowjob. Yeah, you heard me right. Yes, it was real. It is real. And she was like, she caught him when the child was a month old, almost 2 months old, and he said it was the devil and he was never going to do it again, and she never saw anything like that after that. But months later, she saw her husband, who is this child's biological father, this 3-month-old baby's biological father, repeating the same thing again. So yeah, women are seen as objects. I don't know, people advised her, but I don't know what she did in the end. I don't know if she still stayed in the marriage, or if she took some legal action, or she did something about it, or she followed the bandwagon of let me not bring shame to my family. So, how then do you prevent and deal with sexual abuse in Nigeria? 1, teach your kids their body parts. I said that in my last video. Yes, tell her this is your breast, this is your vagina. Tell him this is your breast, this is your penis, these are your lips, stuff like that, your hands. Because yes, I've heard of a case where the man wasn't penetrating, but he was using the girls to lure them in under the guise of buying them sweets and biscuits, which he did because he was whatever in the neighborhood, in the building, a tenant, and he'll buy them sweets and biscuits and tell them, reach for it, is in my pocket. And the pocket had a hole and their hands will go in, and he'll tell them to play with the snake. Yes, you heard me right. He'll tell them to play with the snake, and that snake was his penis. And these kids didn't know, and they were playing with the snake. So teach your kids things like this. When a man tells you to touch him here, use your hands to do this, do that, your mouth, Talk to them. If a man touches you here, does this, does that, even auntie, mommy, uncle, teacher in school, nobody should bathe you. If they are bathing you, and just talk to these kids. You think this child is 3, this child is 4, they understand. Kids listen to their parents. And when someone does that, they will come home and tell you. When you come home, they'll tell you, mommy, my teacher in school told me was touching me here or was touching me there. Stuff like that. Kids, they will tell you. Fine, they might not know all that about sex, but when someone touches them, when you told them or advise them nobody should touch you, if someone touches you, or tell mommy or tell daddy, they will tell you. So tell them who is allowed to touch them or not to touch them. And like I said, hands, lips, genital organs, boobs, whatever area, chestal area. Yes. So also, this leads me to my next point. Be close to your kids. Be close to them so they can talk to you, and also listen to your kids. Some parents don't listen. Listen to your kids. Be close to them and listen to them. My next point is, if that child all of a sudden doesn't want to be around a certain uncle or auntie they used to like, uncle whoever comes around or auntie whoever comes around, and this child of yours who used to be free with them or like being around them is now scared, crying, doesn't want to be around them, is hiding behind you, things like that, please take notes. Yes, notice it. When that auntie or uncle leaves, call that child and say what's going on. Even if they don't tell you, just note that this child gets agitated. My child gets agitated when uncle so comes around or auntie so comes around. Take notes. Keep that child away from that person. Yeah, reduce the interaction that child has to have with that person, because you might not know, the child might not know how to tell you. So be careful of that certain uncle or auntie or whoever you live at home with them. Pay attention, please. And there are things called nanny cams now. Yes, you can have a camera in your living room, in their bedroom, kitchen, wherever, and you don't go about telling people, oh, I have a camera hidden in this door or hidden in my lamp holder or something. Tell no one. Once in a while, maybe when you're at work, just be rewinding through. When you see a certain person in your child's room or with your child, just watch a bit. You don't have to watch the whole footage, but get to rewind and get to certain parts, stop and see what's going on there. So yes, you can use cameras. Thank God for technology. Like if that child is not comfortable around a certain auntie or uncle, set cameras. They are very cheap now, even on AliExpress. Yes, you heard me. They are very affordable. Even really tiny ones. And put it and see, try and figure out why this child doesn't like this auntie or uncle anymore every time I leave them alone. So yeah. Then some people also say same-sex schools are the problem. Sending your child, your girl child or your daughter to a same-sex school where it's only girls. Then some say it's sending your boy to a same-sex school where it's only boys. Either your daughter is turned to be a lesbian or your son is turned into a homosexual, as in they become gay, and sexual promiscuity is really high. The girls in those schools, all they do is look for boys, or the boys in those schools, all they do is look for girls. I'm sorry, but that's not true. I went to a missionary boarding school and it was mixed, boys and girls. So boys had their own hostels, girls had their own hostel, but we went to classes together, did things together and whatnot. In my school hostel, the girls hostel, because I had senior friends and whatnot. My sister too was, older than me, and she was hostel prefect. She was, yeah. So I've caught some seniors once or twice together doing lesbian stuff. So it has nothing to do with it being a same-sex school or mixed school. Trust me, it does not. So pay attention to your kids and be close to them, because sometimes it's the seniors around them, those ones who have school fathers, school mothers, or some perverted seniors pull out of, the fun of it, make these kids have sex with boys or with girls, or even have sex with them. So yeah, being close to your kids is very important. So if they go to boarding school and something happens, they can come home and tell you, mommy, see what happened, daddy, see what happened, or they can have the courage to talk to somebody about it. So yes. Then also, so many parents here, when that kid tells them, uncle so touch me here, see what happened, shut up, stop lying, why are you lying against your uncle? Please believe that kid first. When that child tells you, Uncle Williams raped me, Uncle Williams will be like, how can you be saying your father? How can you be saying your mother? How can you be saying your father's brother and my own brother? It's not possible. This child is such a liar. They'll not start beating the child. Stop lying, stop lying. And that child climbs up and never ever says a word again, and that abuse continues. So, dear mothers and fathers, if your child ever comes up to you, or your niece or your nephew comes up to you and tells you, see what Auntie so is doing to me, don't start saying stop lying, blah blah blah, blaming the child. That's why you be wearing bomb shorts. Why would you not look? That's a child, for heaven's sakes. You not be telling the girl it's because you're wearing all these short clothes. That's why your uncle is looking. Madam, Oga, please believe your child first, before that uncle, that auntie, and then start checking if it's true or not, or investigating the matter. But let your child know you have their backs, no matter what. Very important. Because most times the closeness between you and that you die, because mommy does not believe me, daddy does not believe me, and then some parents will actually see it glaringly, or adults, that this child was molested or raped by this particular person, but then they brush it under the carpet of, let's not displace our family secrets. And then it's very sadistic. The thing is, only sadists do that. They still make that child attend family events with this uncle or auntie who raped them for years, and this auntie or uncle still visits their home. Please don't shut them up, and keep this auntie or uncle away from them. Don't call them liars. Please, for their own mental, emotional health, keep this auntie or uncle away. After you now be wondering, why did my child commit suicide? I'm begging you, please. It's torment to see someone who raped you, and you keep seeing this person every day and nobody believed you and they call you a liar. Even if you don't believe the child, keep this auntie or uncle away from them, please. I'm begging you. Then, don't keep making them, because it's very devastating, It's crazy. Kids don't forget. You be like, it happened to her when she was 5 or 7 or 8. She will remember Uncle Sue. They don't forget. I remember things that happened to me when I was 2, 3. I don't know if everybody does, but I do. When the auntie bought me that sweet, when we went to the amusement park. I have memories from when I was 2, 3, very beautiful memories. I remember them all. So kids remember stuff. Then, if your child was molested could be, that uncle who makes them play with the snake or something, or penetrative sex did happen. You can take the child to the hospital so they can, repair what can be repaired. Because most times when these kids are underaged and penetrative sex occurs, their vaginas are damaged. Repair what can be repaired, and take the child for counseling, to see a counselor, a psychiatrist, psychologist, any certified professional. Please let me stress it. Certified professional, not a pastor. Even a pastor can be a counselor if he or she is certified. I said a certified professional. Thank you. Take your child to see a certified professional, and because they really need help to get past that trauma. A lot of people don't deal with that trauma from childhood and they carry it into adulthood, and it affects them and people around them. So they need to deal with the trauma, and a certified professional can help them with it. Then sign up for classes. Yes, you heard me right. That child of 2, that daughter of yours that is 2 years old, 3 years old, you think, oh, my daughter is too young to go to karate class, blah blah blah, self-defense. No, she's not. When I was learning karate, Shotokan, there was this little girl of 3, in my class. She had a yellow belt and she was good. I don't see some uncle coming to molest her tomorrow and she will not you know what I'm saying? So even you as an adult, it's not too late. Mr. VICAMEN is the head of Shotokan Karate in Nigeria. I'm going to drop a link below, and they do self-defense classes. Even if you don't want to learn the art of karate, you can learn self-defense classes. Know how to protect yourself when someone tries to attack you, abuse you. And that's one thing I'm going to do for my kids. From the age of 2, 3, you're learning karate. That girl was really good, and her brothers, who were 5, 6, had brown belts already. I'm serious, like, she was really good and everything, So yeah, there's not just self-defense classes, karate. I also learned boxing. I did this as a child. As an adult, I have interest in very hard sports. I have a punching bag at home downstairs. And then, I did a bit of karate. My dojo was far, so I stopped. Then I moved to boxing, and now I lift weights. I lift very heavy weights. I enjoy lifting weights. Yes, stronger things. So yeah, you can do all that. Build strength, stamina, and all that. You need it. Your kids also need it to know how to defend themselves. You will not always be there to protect your daughters or your sons. Let them know how to protect themselves if someone tries to abuse them or attack them in this country. Yeah. So also, like I said, check the link below. I'm going to leave details of Mr. VICAMEN's dojo and the organization. You can reach out. They have branches all over Nigeria, So just hook you up to the nearest dojo or wherever you can go learn. Then also, avoid, if you're an adult, or avoid being at home with a male, even if it's related. Okay, the parents and brothers are different. That is not related to you. Even if the person is a pastor. I've heard of women who went to pastor for counseling and they got raped. Especially those who go for counseling at night, and they got raped by pastor. So yeah, you need to be careful about that. So don't be saying nothing will happen, like trust this person. Everyone helps those who help themselves. You don't step into a lion's den or present food to a lion and tell him not to eat. I'm sorry, I have to say that. So protect yourself. Then buy pepper spray. Yes, you heard me right. Buy pepper spray. You can go on online shopping sites, you know the names. There are sellers there who sell pepper spray, and you can use it when someone just, disarm them via their eyes and whatnot. So yeah, get pepper spray. You can also get this taser. I like tasers. Get taser and you can run away, So yeah, get tasers, get pepper spray, and all that. Please don't go and buy the big taser that will kill somebody. Thank you. And then be careful where you go drinking. University or wherever, be careful where you go drinking. If like, I'm with my girlfriend, something is going to happen, and then you get drunk. What if this girlfriend of yours moves to one corner with one guy who is attractive and she likes, and she's catching feelings, and you're left alone, and some guy carries you off? It doesn't just happen in Nigeria, really. Guys who are predators and who go after girls who are drunk. When I was abroad, I was at a party. Next day I heard about it. Some guy who took some girl who was drunk into his room and he had sex with her. It wasn't a good situation. So protect yourself, because whoever you think will protect you at that party or that gathering, that house party or whatever, might not be around at that time. And then if you step out, maybe to answer a phone call or to meet a friend or something, and you left your drink unguarded. That drink of yours is open and unguarded. When you get back to your table, leave that drink, just get yourself a new drink. Leave the glass, get yourself something new to drink. Or if you're going, just down everything at once and leave. So yeah, protect yourself. Because back then in school, here in Nigeria, I had a girl who went to a party. We all went to, and she was really drunk. I heard she woke up the next morning with some guys taking turns on her. She was being gang raped. And then a male friend of mine told me how he went to a party, a new Christmas party, and he was drunk. He drank too much. He went somewhere to lay down and sleep. When he woke up, his trousers were around his ankle and his butt really hurt, like his ass. He knew he was raped anally. Yet, so protect yourself really. Drinking doesn't, when you're drunk or tipsy, for some people, tipsiness is as bad as being drunk. It doesn't help you protect yourself as you would have if you were not drunk. So protect yourself when you go out. Nobody is going to do that for you, really. So if you want to get drunk, stay alone in your room and drink. Do what you want to do. Get drunk, stagger everywhere. You're in the safety of your room. Thank you. Then, like I said, yeah, you need to protect yourself first. Then, I know this is going to be hard, but you need to get proof. Yes, you heard me right. You need to get proof. I know when you've been raped, I can only imagine it. I've escaped rape situations once or twice. I almost broke that guy's dick. The second one. Okay, before I say get proof, when you're in a rape situation, this worked for me, so it might help. Don't struggle, Francis, you're saying don't struggle. Yes, don't struggle. You need to be clear-headed and know where to attack. Because when you're doing all that, do give you some slaps or knock you out or tie you up. But if you don't struggle and you're thinking you're agreeing to it, then you strike. You can hit him. I think these are places that are very sensitive in the body, no matter how big or large this person is. You see here? If you can hit here, ouch. Or go for the jugular. One punch here. Really hard one, no matter how big this guy is, just to buy you seconds to run as fast as you can and get the hell out. Then you see this nether region, the penis area. Yes, you heard me right. Don't be doing, this time to think. You see this penis area? Very, very sensitive. Yes, you heard me. If you can get one in there, or your elbow, or your knee, depending on the position you're in at the time, here, knee or head, just aim for this part. This is penis area. He will double over in pain. They all get you seconds to run. Or if you can, there's something you can point to the eyes, which is at that time you might not see. But you see here, down here. Yeah, you heard it from me. It's helped me once or twice. So yeah. And I've said don't go to this. I've also said don't be alone with this person. If you know you don't want a sexual relationship, don't go to the guy's house saying, hey, he's my boyfriend, nothing will happen. Don't put yourself in that temptation. Don't put him in that temptation. Because some guys, it will be their friends that will be telling them, this is your babe now. Wow, she's always coming to your house and nothing is happening. We should be thinking you are gay. And then some guys will now tell you things like they lost control after they have raped you. You are too beautiful, you are too hot. Baby, I couldn't control myself around you. My dear, if you know you're not ready to be sexually active with that guy or with that girl, don't go to their place. Don't invite him over to yours. Especially if you're a single girl who lives alone. Don't be bringing guys to your place or telling them where your house is. I had one when I was in school who almost raped me in my place. He was lucky. I think I'm strong. I was lucky too. I hit him and he was lucky. That's all I have to say. And so yeah, don't do that. You feel me? He's my friend. Nothing. This dude was my friend. There was nothing happening between us ever. So if you're a single girl, don't be inviting guys over to your place. Friends or otherwise, if you're in a relationship, don't be inviting the dude over to your place. If you don't want sex, don't go over to his place or her place. I've said that before in my previous video. I said it in the beginning relating to uncles and aunties. Now I'm saying this to you as an adult. So now I'm going to get to my next point, which is get proof. Unfortunately, even in the court of social media here, people will start saying things like, what took you there? What took you to the guy's place? I believe this girl, she's lying. Maybe the guy did not agree. Or maybe the guy broke up with her and she's angry. That's why she's not saying that the guy raped her. See pictures of them together. They're even friends or blah, blah, blah. And you don't have proof. And you didn't speak about it when it happened. You spoke about it years later or months later. There's no proof. Even if you go to a legal court, a court of law, it's proof that it's going to work. Nobody is going to believe anything happened to you or stuff like that happened because there's no proof. So how then can you get proof? Well, if you're being sexually harassed, that's verbally and physically, maybe he's touching you here, touching you there, there might be messages between you two. Like maybe if it's a phone call, record it. If it's a text message or something, chat, save it. If it's your boss at work or you're going around that place and he's always saying giving all those sexual innuendos or something, record. Put your phone on record it. And please leave that work, that job. It's not worth the emotional trauma and physical whatever you go through because it always transcends to physical, that harassment. One day they will grab you and they will rape you, penetrative wise. So yes, if you're being harassed sexually at work or wherever, no job or amount of money is worth your peace of mind. So yeah. And then if the rape just happened, I'm really sorry that happened, but you need to get proof. I know the first thing you want to do is to wash whatever it is, scrub yourself clean, forget about it, move on. You need to get proof. That panty of yours, your underwear, save it, put it in a nylon, tie it up, get yourself to the closest hospital around you, and most preferably here, a teaching hospital, that's a federal hospital, a general hospital, a healthcare center around you. Once you get there, ask to speak with a doctor. Tell them you've been raped. There are tests and things they will do. They would take swabs and all that and do tests and give you shots to help you. Yes, because you're also helping yourself to prevent STDs, from that rape situation. And also prevent yourself from getting pregnant for these rapists. They're going to handle all that. So I'm really sorry if this ever happens to you in the future, but you need to get evidence from it when it does happen. Then from the hospital, you should get to the hospital first before going to the police station. And if you're worried about getting to a hospital, you don't have the whatever, there are foundations like the MIRABEL Center. Yeah, they have outlets all over, and other foundations will help, rape victims. They can help you. Some of these foundations can help you not just getting to the hospital, but can help you also seeking help after the rape, like to see a counselor to deal with the trauma. And also if you want to pursue it legally, yeah, they are there for you. They help you, or they hold your hand and all that. So please, you need to get proof, because like I said, in a court of law, that's what you need. You need proof. Nobody's going to believe that he raped you or he said stop or something happened if you don't have proof. And I'm sure you're thinking, I don't want to, I've forgiven him, I just want to move on, I want to let go. But one thing people don't realize is Even parents, this uncle in your family who raped your daughter or some member of your family and you kept quiet, or he even raped the help and you kept quiet, he's going to go somewhere else too and rape someone else. Rapists don't stop. When they rape one person, there are always other victims. It's like it's a thirst, it's a crave, for some it's also a power thing, and they don't do it once. Like when you eat it once, you just want to keep doing it. I'm sorry I have to say this, but yes, you need to stop that uncle. Take legal actions or find a way to stop him from doing or her from doing it to somebody else. And then if you don't take it up legally, I'm not saying you shouldn't forgive. Forgive, not even for them, but for you, because they don't deserve you holding on to unforgiveness. That forgiveness is for you. But also help other women from being raped by having proof, so you can get to know this person, not even just because of what they did to you, but what they can do to other women in future. And there are laws here in Nigeria for rapists, and that law cannot come into effect if there is no proof or evidence, and you decide not to take it up legally. And then you now come up saying this country does not protect people. There are laws for people who have been caught raping not just minors but adults. There are laws to protect us from rapists. There are punishments for them. So and it doesn't come into effect if you don't take actions. So please help other women around you. Get some proof. Take action. Thank you. I know it's really hard, but thank you as you do so. Like I said, there are establishments that can help you. There are laws for this that help with rape. So champs, I hope my thoughts on this I've been able to help you somehow. Let's also be our sister's keeper, or brother's keeper. When that friend of yours goes out and their drink is left behind, or you notice some girl you don't know who is drunk at a party, or some guy who is drunk at a party, you can help them, get them a ride, make sure they are safe. You stay in the area, let her sleep in your room. She doesn't know herself at that moment. And that guy you think that is taking her home, you think she came with that guy. Not necessarily. People just assume she came with the guy, but she did not though. That guy is taking her home to go and rape her. So yeah, go walk up to them. Is he your boyfriend? Do you know him? Ask questions, please. Let's be our sisters and brothers keepers. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Nobody will protect you unless you protect yourself. When someone else comes out and say, "Oh, I was raped," or your friend confides in you, don't just say, "Yeah." Ask them if they have proof and all these things. Take them to the hospital or link them up to one of these foundations like the MIRABEL Center and the rest of them. Google them, they are online. Help them, help your friend or that woman or girl around you out, or even that man, because like I said, men do get raped, but they don't talk about it, because here they feel it's a thing of shame. You now come out and saying some girl raped you. Men will make fun of you, women will make fun of you, and so many other things, but men get raped too. Boys get raped, girls get raped, everyone gets raped, irrespective of gender here. So champs, I hope my thoughts on this have been able to help you somehow, as imperfect as they are. Don't go trusting everybody around you. Oh, he's my friend, he's my friend, he's my best friend. Never ever. Just stay safe. Stay safe. Okay? So till next time, do not forget that you're a champ. Yes, you are. And I love you. But as always, God loves you more. And champs, I hope my thoughts on this topic have been able to help you somehow, as imperfect as they are. And do not forget that you're a champ. Yes, you are. Till next time, my name is Frances. Okay. Bye, champs.